Color grading can be one of the most time-consuming parts of the entire editing process. And honestly, it's not because DaVinci Resolve doesn't have enough tools, it's because it has too many. And sometimes just figuring out where to start can be overwhelming. I've spent countless hours building looks from scratch, experimenting with LUTs, and while that's part of the creative process, sometimes you just want to get a strong starting point quickly. And over the last few weeks, I've been testing something that has genuinely changed the way I approach color grading. Not because it's great for me, but because it solves what I think is the hardest part of color grading, which is getting started. Now, the interesting thing is that none of these looks were built from scratch, and none of them came from a LUT either. Let's jump into Resolve and I'll show you exactly what I've been using. So here in Resolve, we'll be using 4 nodes. The first node will be our input display transform. The second node will be our balance. The third node will be our tool. And the last node will be our output display transform, ODT. So all we're going to do is search for color space transform in the effects and drag it into the first and the last node. For IDT, I'm going to be converting from log to DaVinci Wide Gamut because that's my preferred working color space. This was shot on Fujifilm F-Log2, so we select Rec 2020 and F-Log2. And for our output color space, we select DaVinci Wide Gamut and DaVinci Wide Gamut Intermediate. For our output display transform, we'll select DaVinci Wide Gamut again. We're going from DaVinci Wide Gamut back to Rec 709. So DaVinci Intermediate, Rec 709 and Gamma 2.4. So now we have our image looking correct. The first thing I always do before touching any creative tool is to make sure that the footage is properly balanced, and that includes exposure, white balance, and overall image correction, because no plugin can actually fix a broken workflow. So for the balance node, I'm just going to right click, select gamma and change it to linear. That way, any adjustment we make is almost one-to-one like the adjustment was made in camera. We'll go to HDR and bring down exposure a bit. I think around here is a good exposure. And then for white balance, we come to the primaries and then the gain becomes our white balance. So all we need to do is pull this until it looks good. So for this, I'm going to be using my vector scope as a guide. I shot this very warm, so I'm not going to cool it down too much. I'm just going to try to adjust it until it looks realistic. This was shot warm and I would like to still have that element of warmth in it. Okay, around here we are good. And now we have a balanced image. Now the secret tool that we've been talking about is called RapidGrade. And all we need to do is search for RapidGrade. So we just drag RapidGrade and drop it on this node and name it. Let's name it RG for RapidGrade. So when we load up RapidGrade, you are greeted with this interface. And the feature that completely sold me is what they call the one-click look system. And now before you hear one click and think it's another LUT pack, it's not. Think of it more like a preset, a collection of adjustments that create a look. And because these adjustments are still accessible, you can continue to refine the image however you want. Let me show you what I mean. First, we'll select our working color space. Obviously, we're working in the DaVinci Wide Gamut color space. And now for the one-click look system, all you need to do is select a pack. So now nothing happens because there is no pack selected. So you have the black and white pack, you have the commercial pack, you have the film pack, you have the inspired by pack, and then you have the stylized pack. And for the look, there's nothing in the look because we've not selected any pack yet. Let's start with the black and white. One click and you have a look. Just look at this. And now you can circle through all the looks in the various packs. So we have like previous. When we go back to previous, no pack selected. And when we click next, we are back to the black and white. You click next. This is another variant of the black and white. This is called pale print. And then so we just click through. Wow. So this is the commercial pack, 90s vibe. Just click through until you find something you like. Just look at how every single look is adding a particular kind of character to this footage. Let's look for a hero shot. So around here. With this, I can just say I'm done, but we'll keep going through until I find something I like. Oh, look at this cool teal and orange vibe. I mean, the only thing I think I want to do to this is just come back to my exposure, bring it up a bit, because I think it's too dark. So around here, creamy cinema. Oh, this is one of my favorite looks actually. Creamy cinema, dingy film. We are just in the film look. The possibilities are endless, and this is what I've been talking about. And what's interesting is that none of these looks are finished looks. They are just starting points, and that's where this whole system really clicked for me. I think I'm just going to stick with creamy cinema for this. I really like the vibe. And now, like I said, we can just export this and call it a day. But aside this, you still have options to refine this look to your taste. Generally, I think I want to add a little bit of density to this. RapidGrade gives you extra controls. You can refine almost every part of this look. So just go down to film traits and film density. This should be in the red, most likely, yes. And just pull this up and instantly we have our details back in the red. Very easy to navigate and it's very, very functional. According to the developer Kazi, there are guardrails, so you can push these sliders to the extreme and your images won't break. This is really impressive. Do I like the grain? Yes, but I think it's too strong. Okay, go down to your grain and select a different grain. 35mm. This is less aggressive. What else? Let me add diffusion to this already. Diffusion is turned on. Okay, let's increase the strength. 1.4. I mean, just look at how easy it is to get a starting point and then fine tune. My skin is a bit on the red side. Very easy. We go to shot correction and select skin tone, and then rosy skin, we can pull that down and we can rotate the skin, find the balance. I mean, around here looks good to me. Skin is too dark. Let's brighten it up a bit more. And instantly we have a look. So this is before RapidGrade. This is just Rec 709 and a bit of balance. Before RapidGrade, after RapidGrade, before RapidGrade, after RapidGrade. Instantly. And I mean, this saves me time. Imagine if we were building this look from scratch, going to mess with the tone curves and every other tool you can think of. This would take us hours and we might not even get to this, but in few minutes we're able to achieve this look. Let's move on to the next shot. For this, same thing, we'll create 4 nodes. Again, we'll name this IDT, name this ODT, name this balance, and name this RapidGrade. So we just, for IDT, we search for color space transform again, drag and drop, and drag and drop. So for this, still shot on Fujifilm, so we go back to Rec 2020, Fujifilm f-log2 to DaVinci Wide Gamut, DaVinci Intermediate. And for our ODT, we go from DaVinci Wide Gamut, DaVinci Intermediate to Rec 709 and Gamma 2.4. Next thing we're going to do is balance, and I totally forgot to mention this, but whenever you set this to linear, always turn down your loom mix to 0. I think this is good on exposure. The only thing I'm going to make adjustment to is white balance. I have to cool this down a bit. Okay, around here, let's see, before, after. This is better. Search RapidGrade and we just drag and drop. Same process, we look for a look that we like. For this, I think I'm going to try stylized, and let's pick something in stylized. Let's see amber silk. Oh, nice. I like the direction. I like how clean the whites are, but the skin is a bit on the yellow side. Scroll down to skin and correct that. I think I'm just going to pack it around here. This look matches the vibe and I think I'm done. And the only thing I can do here is add a bit of film characteristics. Let's add a bit of halation. I think I want 16mm halation. Grain. Let's do Super 35. For diffusion, I think I'm just going to turn on diffusion, set it to black promised. See what the diffusion does. This is like almost everything you need in one plugin. The last thing I'm going to add here is lens effect. It's something I've really been enjoying using on most of my footage. There are two presets. There is preset B for Batman, preset S for Shogun. Let's see. I think I liked what Batman is doing on the edges. With this, I'm done with this look. Just look at this halation, bro. Very impressive. I love it. After using RapidGrade across different projects, there are a few things that really stood out to me. First is the speed. With RapidGrade, I can get to a strong creative starting point in seconds, and that makes a huge difference. In fact, the more I use RapidGrade, the more I realize it isn't replacing color grading, it's replacing the blank canvas. The second thing I like is that it doesn't lock me into a look. I still have full creative control. As long as your footage is properly balanced and you are working within a good color management pipeline, RapidGrade gives you an incredibly strong creative starting point. And that's really what this video is about. Not about replacing color grading or creativity. If you would like to check out RapidGrade for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description below. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.